Shalom. This is Apostle Rakar. I'm back again with another impromptu video. Shalom. This is Apostle Rakar back with another impromptu video. I'm gonna just hit the point on this one. It's not gonna be too long, Lord willing. Start by saying all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And the title of this video will be, because I've been getting on Jake a lot the past couple of days, so this video today, I'm going to give Jake a break, and we're going to get on Esau, as King Marshall used to say, Esau. We're going to get on Esau, right? Anyways, this devil. And the title of this video will be, Esau going to end you up. Like that song. They had a song that was out a few years back, a so-called rap song, a hip-hop song. I'm trying to think of the name of the MOP, this group name. It was this rap group from New York called MOP. And I lived in the matter of fact, I believe I might know some of them guys, because I used to live in Brownsville, Brooklyn for a few years, way back in the early 90s, That's where I was living when I moved up from Florida. I was living in, so them guys are from Brownsville. I believe I met them guys on a few occasions years ago. This rap group, a lot of them so-called rappers, I know a lot of them guys because I lived in New York City. So I used to come across, I used to be into that rap stuff back then when I was younger. I was a kid. I was heavy into that whole rap. I used to rap and stuff like that. Anyways, the dudes, MOP, they made a song, came out, I think, back like 20 years ago. Time flies, called Annie Up. It was like a popular song at the time. I believe it came out like around the early 2000s and shit. Yeah, around the early 2000s, it came out. They had the song, the MOP dudes, Annie Up, get that fool, Annie Up, kidnap him. It was a bad song. It was kind of a bad song. You had that beat, it was a bad, for you brothers that know what I'm talking about, it's a bad song, It's called Annie Up, which basically, but them niggas wasn't talking about Esau, they were talking about robbing other niggas, right? Talking about, like in other words, rolling on people and taking their shit. Annie Up, give it up, right? But basically, I'm going to take that and use it for Esau though. See, them niggas was talking about robbing other niggas and shit like that. But that time is coming to an end. That time is over. Because niggas like that, niggas that want to, all they care about is harming and robbing their own people, they're going to be wiped away. But then that phrase is going to be used on Esau when the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, raise up the elect of Israel. See, starting with the elites, the 144,000, when the Lord raises them up as that exceeding army, okay, Abaratazah, like that old song, when the saints go marching in, oh, how I wish to be in that number. When the saints go marching in, I wish to be in that number. That's why I'm doing what I got to do, whether I live or whether I die. Because guess what? Even if you die as a martyr in this truth, you're going to be raised up first. So really, realistically, if you die in this truth and sincerity, if you die in this truth and you die for this word, the brothers that have already died, their tickets are secured. Them brothers going to be on the ships. People like King Marshall, High Priest Yaquab, High Priest Abba Bivens, and other saints and beautiful brothers that died in the truth, serving the Lord. Them brothers of the elect. We know that because they passed on doing the work. I know King Marshall is of the elect. I know High Priest Yaquab because they died in this truth, in sincerity. And there have been a few other brothers that have died. High Priest Abba Bivens, we know he's of the elect. That's right. We're going to say that. We're going to keep saying it. You guys that don't like it, then turn the channel. Okay? Go sit on your head. Pout. Whatever. Esau, when the Lord raised up the elect, the 144, okay? I hope I'm of that number. That's why I'm serving the Lord now. Give diligence to make that calling and election sure. Abaratazah, when that time come, when the Lord raised up the 144, and the 144 come down out them ships, man, with them new Superman Kal-El bodies, Superman bodies, through the grace of the Lord, they're going to go around, we're going to go around anteing up. Everything Esau took from us, all the riches, all the gold, all the archives, we're going to get everything back, and we're going to get his ass. And we're going to get his ass. You Edomites, so do what you're doing. You've done a great job at being the devil, man. You so-called white people, you've done a great job. And like I said, I'm going to repeat myself, not all so-called white people are the devil. Now, don't get it twisted. Esau is the devil. See, this truth goes deeper than black and white. It's not all about black and white. You people that's on a low frequency, you don't understand that. Like a lot of these other Israelite groups, they're on a low frequency. In their mind, we saying that the Esau could be saved. No, Esau, the Edomites cannot be saved. But not every person that looks like a so-called white person is an Edomite. It depends on the line of your father going back. Okay? You can have somebody who looks like a so-called white person, but their great-grandfather or their great-great-grandfather could have been an Israelite from one of the tribes that dealt with a white woman, and then the babies that they had together came out looking white. And that could have been like 150 years ago. Some so-called Negro or some Native American or some so-called Mexican, let's say 200 years ago, a Mexican or a Native American or a so-called Negro could have popped a so-called white woman, and then the baby or babies that they had came out looking straight up white because the mother, it happens, because the mother's genes were more dominant. They could pass for white. And then that baby grew up and dealt with another white person, but that seed, the line, that seed, if it was a man, he grew up looking like a white man, then he went and got him a white woman because he looked white. And then that child they had came out, of course, looking white. Down the line, 200 years later, you got some person walking around, people walking around thinking that they're so-called white people, but they're really Israelite. And it's too far back for them to trace. Well, it could have been shit 2,000 years ago. Israel was dealing with them women of the other nations 2,000 years ago. Thousands of years ago, you had Israelites all over the world dealing with women of other nations, man. Okay? So even all these thousands of years later, the line never changes. I don't care how many thousands of years, how many different interactions with different nations, the line is still the same. The line stays the same. The seed in the line, that don't dissipate. The seed of man don't dissipate. So yeah, even now, thousands of years later, you got a lot of people, even amongst the so-called, the small hats. You got some of them small hats that we think are small hats, but they might be Israelites, actual real Israelites amongst them. You see what I'm saying? Amongst these Orientals, the Chinese, the Japanese, amongst the so-called white people. A lot of these so-called white people walking around, a lot of them might be Israelites and have no clue. And then even we thinking they Edomites. There have been so-called people that over the years we cursed out, you damn Edomite, you devil, you cracker, and that might have been an Israelite. But I'm not saying every so-called white person, because Esau is here now, because Esau has mingled his seed too, vice versa. You got people that you call brother, and he might look like a straight up Jake. He might look just like Wesley Snipes. But there's something about his spirit that's off. He might be an Edomite. You see what I'm saying? You got people out here walking around, I know this for a fact, they look like straight up Native American. They look just like Sitting Bull, but they might be Edomites. You see? So it goes both ways. So the Edomites, which predominantly we recognize as the so-called white man, that's why the angel said let the tares and the wheat grow together. Okay? But you Edomites, if you're an Edomite, you're going to end up starting with these elites. And the elites know about that too. You see? The elites know. Y'all going to end up, and I'm talking directly to you elites, you illuministic characters, man. Y'all got your thing going. Y'all did a great job at destroying Israel. You got Israel all messed up, man. You got the majority of these so-called black men from the tribe of Judah, and you Spanish tribes too, man. And remember, who are the two leaders? Judah and Ephraim. you got a large portion of these young so-called black men and these young so-called Hispanic men being moles, being homosexuals, right? You didn't destroy the so-called black woman. She's through. She through. Okay? She gone. If she's not Big Shirley, she's a bug-out black woman. And some of these so-called Puerto Rican and Mexican women too. The Mexican woman, I'm out here in Texas, the Mexican woman, she's Big Shirley #2, man. You see all these big Marias walking around. But that's because of the diet, the food. But who promotes that? Esau. I was looking at you Edomites, you devils. I was looking at TV earlier and watching the commercial. Wendy's new saucy barbecue chicken nuggets. And all that is processed food. Some of it is not even real chicken. It's not real food. Y'all eating that, but the devil, Esau, when you watch the commercial, you see this devil, he's done a lot to disinherit Israel. That's why the scripture says, the accuser of thy brethren. Meanwhile, these devils are heaping up everything. That movie, oh my goodness, the Comanche Moon, or that Gadite movie that came out just last year. They were showing you how, no, it wasn't Comanche. It was the, damn, oh my goodness. I believe it was the Second Fox tribe, I believe. Okay, I believe it was the Second Fox tribe amongst Gad. If I'm wrong, correct me. That movie, they were showing you how them Edomites were killing that Gadite tribe because Gad found oil in their land. Oil, which out here in Texas is a big thing. That's why they pushed the Comanche Indians off the land in Texas. Because the oil, Esau wanted that, because them Gadites, if they had the land, they would be rich. So these Edomite man, this damn so-called white man is showing you that he's the devil. So these Gadites, what they were, not Gadites, these Edomites, these white men, they were marrying into the tribe. They would go marry Native American women of that tribe. They would marry them and have kids with them. So they made sure that my children are part of the tribe. So they gave them rights to it. And then they would kill their wife. They would actually poison them or kill them so that they would inherit their wife's shit. You devils have done a lot. Y'all stole, y'all did a lot. Yeah, that movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Leonardo DiCaprio was in the movie. And he was playing an Edomite, which he's a Jake in real life, but in the movie he played an Edomite. He married a native woman, and he was trying to poison her to death, his own wife, the mother of his children, so that he could get the land. But I guess they caught on to it, and they caught him. You know, the Gadite woman, she kind of woke up to it. She almost died, but she survived it. And then and then they locked his ass up. And she ended up dying eventually, but she divorced him. She got rid of him. He went to jail, whatever. This is a true story. This is what they were doing this to these Gadites. If there were gold or certain things found on the land that Gad had or Reuben, Esau would find a slick way to get up in there, and their main way was intermarrying into the tribe. So this devil, he been stealing. Not only did he steal the land, he wanted to steal our souls. He stole our resources. He stole our children. But you know what? He gonna ante up. You devils, you Edomites, everything y'all took from us, we're gonna get back. And then we're gonna take it out of your ass. You're gonna pay, it's gonna be payback. It's ante up time, man. Because when the Lord, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, raised up the hopeful elect, the 144, all the riches and from everywhere, all the gold and all the riches and all the things up in Europe and certain remote parts of the earth where Israel was, and when Alexander the Greek and you different Edomites conquered us and you took everything that we had, the prime lands, everything, we're going to get all that back at your expense, man. I'm going to read this scripture real quick and I'm going to shut the video down. I'm in the book of Job 20, which one of my favorite, Job 20, beautiful, powerful chapter. Job 20 and 18. And this is talking about Esau. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. That's right, you devils, the restitution of who? The restitution of Israel. Everything you took from the Israelites, yo man, we're going to get it back. So we're going to get our restitution with reparations at your expense. Okay? and shall not, you ain't gonna swallow down. For the past couple of thousand years, Esau been swallowing everything. Starting with Alexander the Greek. But now we're gonna swallow you down, man. And we're gonna take it back, beat your ass, and put you in captivity according to the scriptures. That's what the scripture, the elect, the 144 of Israel. See? And you ain't gonna rejoice therein, because we're gonna take back what is ours, the shit you got, what you got from us. We're gonna take all your shit, which is really our shit, including your woman. The fine Edomite women, your daughters, your fine daughters or whatever, or the fine ones that you got, we're gonna take them. And some of you Edomites that got fine wives, you're gonna get put to death, and we'll take her too. Because once your ass is dead, your woman is free. Okay, a lot of you Edomites are gonna be put to death. And your women, we're gonna take your women and your daughters. But your wives, we ain't gonna take them while you're alive. Because that's against the law, that's adultery. But if your ass get put to death, your woman is your woman is on the open market. If she's fine, like if an Edomite get put to death, and he happen to have a fine Edomite woman, and she's, hey man, you want to make her into a concubine, then you can do so. All right. I'm gonna read on 19. Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor. That's Esau, and the poor is Israel. You left Israel in the ghettos and the slums and the reservations, and you set up systems in play to keep Israel at the Israelites at the bottom. The Negroes, the Hispanics, and the Native Americans. You oppress us. Last hired, first fired, all that. The ghetto welfare, that whole welfare system was set in play to keep Jake uneconomically viable. Okay, racism, profiling, you keep those systems in play. That's why you produce the gangster culture by way of the movies, music, gangster rap, so that niggas just want to be criminals and go to jail. These movies like Scarface, Superfly, New Jack City, what's the other one, man? Shit. You know, all these gangster, Belly, all these movies that promote being a drug dealer and a gangster and a gangbanger, Boys in the Hood, South Central. You purposely set up these Hollywood movies to keep that culture amongst Jake, so Jake don't want to say, well, look, well, let me be successful, let me do this, do that, do this. No, fuck that, I want to be a hood nigga. You put fast food, GMO, genetically modified foods to distribute. That's oppression. You turn the Israelite woman against the Israelite man, you oppress the poor. Because he have violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. That's right. How did you get this land? You violently came over here and you set upon our people, the North American Indians, and violently with your Gatling guns and your germ warfare, smallpox infested blankets, you did all that. And you stole our land. And I was talking about that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio when them Edomites, Gad, discovered oil on their land. So them Gadites, it was like around like at the turn of the century, of the 20s, 30s. So them Gadites were getting rich. So you found a way to get up in there and murder them Gadites so that you could get their land again and get their resources, their riches. You did it to Gad, you did it to the so-called Negro, you did it to all the tribes, man. Okay? When Christopher Columbus and them Spaniards rolled down into the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, or they wasn't called the Hispaniola. You saw that the Taino and the Arawak Indians had gold and silver and rubies. So what you did, those were Edomites from Spain, Christopher Columbus, right? Because he got financed by the government of Spain at that time, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. And you set upon the Taino and the Arawak Indians and murdered them and tried to exterminate them. And then there's a thing called genocide by pen. You murdered a lot of them, but you didn't murder all of them. But then you put it on your history books that the Taino and the Arawak Indians are extinct, which is a lie. Which is a lie. And then you call them Puerto Ricans. There ain't no more Indians. Y'all Puerto Ricans. So what the fuck is a Puerto Rican? Oh, well, a Puerto Rican is a mix between the African slaves, the Indians, and the Spanish. Now, yeah, you got people that have that so-called DNA in them, but the line, the seed of man don't go away. You didn't exterminate all the Taino and the Arawak Indians. The majority of them so-called Puerto Ricans are of Taino Indian descent. If you are Ephraimite, okay? Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires. I'm going to end it on that. So you Edomites, man, you ain't going to feel no peace, quietness in your belly. You ain't going to feel no peace. It's like impending doom hanging over you, like a big dark, like that hurricane that just passed, a big giant storm cloud that's going to consume whatever's in front of it. That's Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. That's Yahweh Shai. And the scripture says he's going to do violence on Esau by the hand of his people Israel. Jeremiah 17:17. So the Lord going to use the elect of Israel, the 144, to come after you Edomites. Yahweh Shai and King David going to be at the head. So you devils are going to ante up. Y'all going to ante up everything. We're going to take back everything you took, and we're going to take you, pursuing to Isaiah 14:1. Okay? But with that, man, I'm going to wrap it up. I pray that this video was edifying. On to the next video. I say shalom.